You know, children are amongst the most vulnerable members of society, and without a loving home, it's difficult to set them on the right path. The Lower Shore Court-Appointed Special Advocates, or Casa, advocate for those children who have been mistreated and desperately need someone on their side.
The good news is these children under the protection of county circuit courts are eligible to get help from ordinary, everyday folks just like you. So, here to explain more, this is Julie Landon. She's a CASA volunteer supervisor, along with Kevin Lindsay, who is also a CASA volunteer. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, we kind of danced around it a little bit, talking about what CASA does. Tell us what CASA does. What is CASA?
Well, CASA is, just like you said, court-appointed special advocate. They advocate on the behalf of the children. That's their main role, is to investigate and interview and give the judge what their opinion is of what's best for the child.
Okay, so as an advocate, I mean, what kind of commitment is this, time commitment, as far as it's investigation, right?
Right, it is like an investigation. Yeah. We require usually like once a month. Sometimes I think that Kevin might actually text. Some of them actually, if you have a teenager, they like to text, so you can text and touch base that way as well. But we do like them to have at least once a month visit with them and see how things are going.
Once a month, that's it?
That's right, it's really not that much. No.
So, Kevin, who can become an advocate?
Anyone. Anyone.
Anyone?
Yeah, anyone that, cares about youth, first and foremost, and wants to have a different, I would say, if you want to be a mentor, it's a little bit more than mentorship.
Yeah.
If I do mentorship in the schools, but with being a CASA worker, it's more in depth, making sure that youth has everything that they need at that point in time. And basically, I think when adults are talking to kids, we think we know what's best, but sometimes we don't understand the circumstances of how they're raised and everything they've been through.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good to, if you're in court, to explain, like, this is what little Johnny needs to get through this particular situation, and they'll tend to listen to the adult for the youth.
Right. So it's a little more of a relationship.
Yep.
And Julie, CASA's been around for a long time, since like the mid-70s. How did it come about?
There was a judge by the name of David W. Sukup who had to make a judgment on a case of a 3-year-old back in 1976 exactly, and he decided that it was he just didn't have enough information. So he was concerned about the decision he was going to make of whether this child would go to foster care or would have to go back home and be in harm's way. So he came up with this idea of searching for volunteers. I think he was a little surprised that when they put some feelers out that he would have 50 people show up.
Wow.
And they came, and CASA was born, and here we are 48 years later.
How about that?
Yeah, yeah. So, and we serve all 3 lower counties, Somerset, Wicomico, and Worcester.
Okay, so tell us about the Pinwheels for Protection. What's that all about?
Yeah, soiree coming up,
Yeah,
right?
it's a soiree,
It's a
yep.
soiree.
We've been working
Yes,
on
a
this word.
soiree, yes. It's on April the 5th, Friday, April the 5th, from 6 to 9. It's at the Kylan Barn in Delmar. It's going to be a great event. We're going to have food, drinks, axe throwing. We want you to come. Yeah, we want you to come dressed in your best Western attire and support CASA, and maybe be a volunteer. We need volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, you can go there and talk about training and things like that with
yes,
volunteers?
absolutely, yes, yep. We need you, the judges need you. We have a waiting list of kids that don't have a volunteer, and that's probably one of our biggest issues.
Yeah. Still have the need.
Still have the need, yep.
Wow, how about that? Okay, so remind us of the details. Where's in the Winds, Kylan Barn.
Kylan Barn, April 5th, 6 to 9.
Right.
You can go to our website, get tickets, bring your friends, bring whoever.
And
come out and bring your Western
wear
attire.
your boots and your hat.
Your boots and your hat,
Right.
absolutely, yeah, that's right. Do some axe throwing and let's have a good time.
This sounds like a
For
lot
the
of
children.
fun.
For the kids,
For the
exactly.
kids.
A lot of fun for a very wonderful cause. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
All
thank
do.
you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. Well, stick around. Lots more Delmarva Life is on the way.